happens to.
How's the Did you get that update starting, or did you just say fuck it?
What's that?
Your update for Mass Effect or Halo.
Yeah, it's 55 gigabyte.
So that main
Even
internet,
with 100 down, it's going to be a bit. Yeah, it's not 55 megabyte. It was 55 gigabit.
Yeah, that's why I was so glad to finish Modern Warfare, like the new one, and I mean it was a decently sized Call of Duty game, which it was like 7 or 8 hours or so, and but yeah, I would get distracted or playing other things, and then when I would come back to it, I'd have like 100 gigabyte update. I'm like, I'm just playing the single player, and it's like an update for like Warzone or some shit, I'm like, I gotta finish this thing, because every time I like think about that I want to play it, I got some sort of big update for Warzone that I don't even fucking play.
The thing is that I've got it set in the settings to update all games. I don't know why it doesn't.
Maybe it's what he said, to where it's like it only...
Right, I think they have it default back to just what you've been playing, but if it's installed on the drive, I want it fucking updated so I don't run into this bullshit. There's a reason I have it on all the time.
Yeah. So when you go to something that you might play on, like Halo, that it will be ready to go.
Right, if it's installed on the hard drive, it should update.
Is it on
the space? And there's
external?
space, because I cleared it out.
I know the PlayStation does but only when you have PlayStation Plus. Don't update if you don't.
And Steam does, because it'll actually let you know there's updates coming. You want to do it now, or it'll be scheduled for like a certain date or whatever to do it. So it's not updating while you're trying to, if you're playing.
I need to play a PC game. I haven't played anything on my PC in quite some time.
Dude, I would so like buy Valheim just so you play with it. I haven't played that in a minute though. But man, that was a good game.
I want to play Spellcaster Academy, dude. Like, what are we talking about? What is we talking about? I want to play the games that I like and no one else likes.
Isn't that the Harry Potter themed thing?
It's kind of Harry Potter-ish, but it's like you're like building a school, but it's also card based. It's weird. It's like a weird game to try to explain, but for some reason I can't get enough of it. Or I couldn't at one point. But it just got out of early access. It's 1.0 now. What are you doing?
I was looking through these cross game playlists. The Master Chief Saga, which is every mission in the entire thing, is 46 missions.
No, thank you.
Hogs, Jets, Tanks, and Mechs. Epic Battles, Flooded, which, that is.
Probably includes the library, which I refuse. I refuse to play the library. Unless I actually put some more time in this game and to get actually decent at this. Because the library even on normal is like, come on, dog. This is stupid.
Yeah, the library is the second one. The first one is 343.
Yeah, because that's when you find out that the flood exists. It's 343. That's when you got to go all the way down to the bottom and then you watch the video on Jenkins' helmet cam.
Yeah, and actually, the library is about when my son was ready to check out because he was dying a lot.
Hell yeah, the library is so frustrating, bro.
I love it.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of challenge.
Just I mean, I had it on easy for him, but he was still dying a lot. But like, you know, but he's not used to. I mean,
what the fuck?
Yeah, Freedom of Flight. I guess that's flying. Tanks. Final Four. Me and Mahog. Sniper.
Yeah,
School.
this is bullshit.
UNSC. Welcome to the jungle. What's in there? It's the jungle.
Downloading 7 megabytes per second.
You got 343 Grave Mine, Sierra, and
that's not good.
No, that's terrible.
Get the rig. Speedrunner's Choice. Silent Cartographer. I actually like that mission though.
Silent Cartographer is the best mission in Halo 1, period. It was also the mission that's in the demo, so you kind of feel some kind of affinity for it.
Yeah.
But that's the best mission in 1.
But yeah, so Speedrunner's Choice is Silent Cartographer, Delta Halo, Floodgate, Shutdown, Uprising, and Crow's Nest.
Almost all of those have significant vehicle sections and sections that you can try to cut out of the game if you take a certain path. That's probably why it's the Speedrunner's Choice.
Yeah. Alright. What is Guilty Pleasure? The Ark, 2 Betrayals, and the Covenant. Why is that?
2 Betrayals. 2 Betrayals is the worst.
Here we go. The Legendary Master Chief Saga. All 46 missions on Legendary. Just me and you. With 24 skulls.
So it's Lasso. I don't think I've ever done Lasso. Now I have played Legendary before. I hate it because if you're playing with somebody, if one of us dies, we restart the checkpoint.
Only if what? On this version? Because I remember on before, if one of you died, that one of you was the checkpoint. So we would have somebody hang back to be there and stay alive.
On the not Halo 1, but I think past Halo 1, if we're playing on Legendary, especially if we're playing Lasso, one of those skulls is that if you die, you restart the checkpoint and all that other shit.
It's the skull that does it. Okay, I got you now.
I think they made it into a skull, but in one of the games that was how it worked. We restarted the checkpoint every time one of us died.
You can use in the Master Chief Collection. You can use it in any of the games.
Yeah,
if you've unlocked it.
I'm not patient enough for Lasso.
No, hell no.
I am
ain't patient enough for half those skulls.
Yeah. I mean, it just
now the birthday party skull. I'm in.
Yeah,
that's the only one that I care about. If you really want to challenge yourself, there's 2 that you can turn on, and they're not even the most important ones: Catch and Blind. Catch, they throw more grenades at you. Blind,
and they're super accurate.
Yes, in Blind, well, they're not. They're super accurate, but they are not Uncharted accurate.
Yeah.
There was no game that has more accurate grenade throwers, more accurate than Uncharted. Uncharted, every time they throw a grenade, it's like it lands right in your lap. That game is the worst. And bullet sponges galore. I fucked up a 360 controller playing Uncharted. Cause I had a cross battle, so I had a wired 360 controller hooked up to my PS3. And since you have to shoot with the right bumper, I completely jammed that button.
Yeah, they jam. Anyways, the bumpers are terrible on the 360 controllers,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's-
on
that's-
the Elite controllers.
I never thought that I would play anything enough to warrant an Elite controller.
I love having it with the paddles, but spending the money, it ain't worth it.
I've played not the Elite, but I've played a controller that was like a modded controller that had paddles on it before the Elites even come out, and I couldn't get used to it, man. Yeah, like it would make me fuck up and shit.
I got to a point where some of the buttons, sometimes when you get take your thumb off the stick to hit the buttons, I had it mapped so that I could use my middle finger on the back, and man, it made a big difference.
Yeah, see, that's why, like, I don't think that's like if you want to be an expert at something, you would need that extra functionality. I don't think I ever want to be an expert at any video game.
It just made it easier to play.
Yeah.
The thing is, I got used to it, and then when I wasn't using it on the other console, it threw me off.
You can you use your Elite controller on a series?
Yeah, all controllers work on the series.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say I thought they were interchangeable. So if you did spend all of that money, at least you can carry yours over.
Right. That, any one controller works on any Xbox One.
Does that work the same for the PlayStation? I have next to no interest in the PlayStation 5.
No, the PlayStation 5, you can play PlayStation 5 games with a PlayStation 5 controller, but you can't use the PlayStation 4 controller on a PlayStation 5 game. But you can use the PlayStation 4 controller on the PlayStation 5 to play PlayStation 4 games.
That's weird. If you let me play 4 games using this console, why wouldn't you let me use the
Because
same
5 has
console?
stuff integrated that's only on the DualSense.
Hmm.
And if you use one, man, it's pretty mind-blowing. It works well.
I have a problem with PlayStation controllers, especially something that needs a whole lot of joystick thumbstick movements. Like, I have pretty big hands, so like sometimes my thumbs touch and I just can't. I don't like that at all. I don't like my thumbs to touch. That's like crossing streams. Like, I can't. It just makes me feel funny when my thumbs touch while playing a PlayStation game.
No, I can go back and forth pretty easy.
My biggest problem with the consoles is the X button, because all three of them have an X button. So like when I think about an X button, like I have to try to think about, okay, what X button am I using?
You give me a quick time event game, I'm screwed.
Yep. So if I try to play Mass Effect 1 with all of the little quick time event things to unlock everything, to unlock the boxes and shit,
Yeah.
I'll probably fuck all that up.
Or on the Nintendo, I'm always hitting the B button like it's the A button and vice versa. Because
Yes,
it's actually,
I wish so much that I would just have someone. I would pay someone to just switch the buttons around. Now here's the
Remap those
problem.
buttons.
Yes, but like physically change them around, because the problem with it is like the buttons are reversed, but they still have the exact same functionality. So the A button with them still functions as the A button,
Right.
but it's just in the wrong spot. So I would love if someone would just go in and just swap those buttons around for me. Not just being able to remap them, but like to physically change the buttons. That would make my damn day. That's I was having that problem because I don't use my Switch very much. In fact, I haven't used it. I haven't turned my Switch on in months.
Yeah. Sits in the dock. It was an absolute waste of money.
Yes, absolutely. And the games that I bought for it, absolute waste of money. But I was playing the South Park game, and like you do an attack, but if you press the A button at a certain time, it accentuated your attack. And I kept pressing the B button instead because that's where I think the A button is. Because I'm an Xbox. What are you playing?
What you playing, Maniac?
I guess technically I can press the button and look.
Let's see.
Darksiders.
That's a game I never finished. It's not that I didn't like it. I just never finished it.
Oh, I love it, but it glitched out on. I glitched it out twice.
You glitch out every game, David. That's like a running thing, isn't it?
I break games, man.
See, my problem is I tried to play the first one, right? And everybody and their mama said, like, outside of combat, it's very much like Zelda. And I'm like, that's cool, except I've never played a Zelda game.
Ditto.
So I don't understand what that means. But it means, I guess, using all of your stuff in these environmental puzzles and shit like that. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I'd rather just, cut some stuff. You know what I mean?
It's a hack and slash with puzzle elements. The problem is, like with the first one, is trying to get around. You don't know where you need to go. They don't have like waypoints and stuff, and you get lost and don't know where you are, and you have to backtrack numerous times.
But that's how games were back then, though. Like,
Well,
and
no,
then it's
exactly. But
and then it was like,
I
hey,
beat
this thing,
Darksiders, but I didn't beat
this
2 because of the glitches.
it's like this door has this red crystal in front of it. How do you get past the red crystal? We don't know. And then you get further into the game, and it's just like, hey, remember that red crystal? This thing right here can actually break the red crystals. It was like, but why would I go all the way back there now? Like, why can't I just keep going forward? Why do I need to go back?
Because it's a game, man.
It's a nonsense mechanic. It's just you're just padding your length at this point. And I'm not opposed to padding your length, but sometimes your length need to be enough.
I just like the art in the hack and slash part of that, and it's also kind of a looter too, because you're constantly getting new weapons and upgrading and stuff. So
yeah, the first one, I think I enjoyed the hack and slash part of it. I don't think I've ever played 2 because 1 turned me off so much with the puzzle mechanics. You know a game mechanic that needs to be burned and sent to hell and never ever return?
Quick time events.
No. First person platforming.
How many games are like that other than Mirror's Edge? Or Destiny, I guess.
I was gonna say Destiny.
Yeah, like first person platforming should never be in any video game. Period.
But Mirror's Edge is, I really enjoyed that game, but
I can't play Mirror's Edge. I tried the demo to Mirror's Edge, and I used to get motion sick from first person shooters and stuff. But I kind of grew. The more I played, and the more I played like Halo and stuff like that, I kind of grew out of it. Something about Mirror's Edge makes me feel. I get instantly sick. I feel like I'm gonna throw up like immediately. I feel like that moment when I tried to play Call of Duty 4 for the first time and I threw up twice. Like I literally, like Call of Duty 4, the first time I tried to play it, I literally threw up twice. I threw up at the end of the first mission where you're trying to get out of the ship, and the ship is fucking moving and shit, and I was just like, oh, gotta vomit. And then I actually vomited before the mission ended. So then I went and got some ginger gum, and I had those little wrist things, and it didn't help. I made it to the part where the helicopter gets shot down. I mean, the helicopter gets, caught in that nuke in Call of Duty 4, and like the spinning of the helicopter and shit, I was just like,
I think I put two and two together, man. The reason that you every time there's something that is on a podcast that has anything to do with VR, you completely check out, say you don't care about VR, is that even if it's some really rad, cool ass fucking experience, you can never ever be able to experience it because you would throw up if you're going to throw up in regular games.
Mike thought that too, but he's able to play it.
Yeah, but Scar throws up in regular games. That's not VR.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be completely enclosed in something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to feel like I'm completely encased by this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to the VR games, the only one that even looks interesting is Beat Saber. That's the only thing that I look at and say that's something that I would try in VR if I had the chance.
But to be honest, Beat Saber is probably number one on like multiple VR lists.
But see, here's the problem. VR has been out for how long, and Beat Saber is still the same. It's still in the same position. And it's like, that's something I would like to play.
Yeah, but how long has video games been out, and like Ocarina of Time is in the same position too? Where you're like, can something else be the greatest video game of all time yet?
I've never played a Zelda game, so I wouldn't say
I've never played a Zelda game, but I never played that game, and I never finished a Zelda game.
Yeah, I tried to explain to Jaybird, rest in peace, Jaybird, that like Nintendo loves selling you the same shit over and over again, and he was like, no, he really tried to talk me out of it, and I was like, how many times have you bought Ocarina of Time? And he was like, 4 times. I was like, see? And he was like, no. One time they actually gave it to him with something else, so it didn't count. But I was like, you still paid for the same game 3 times in 3 different places.
That's my problem. I won't buy Zelda again because I played it on the Switch. And if I could bring it to the modern console and have my save, I would rebuy the game, but I can't.
You mean the Wii U?
Yeah, I played it on the Wii U, and I can't bring it to the Switch. I can't bring my save to the Switch.
That's dumb.
Well, I mean, like cross progression, cross save is pretty advanced not many games have that, so you know that Nintendo is most
Every
definitely not going to
Xbox
have
game,
that.
every PlayStation
But
game
if-
now.
Yeah,
But-
not everyone, but Xbox is
but-
like on their shit
but-
with software.
but-
This is Nintendo
No,
we're
hold
talking
on.
about.
Hold on. Cross progression on the same fucking game. It's just on a different platform that is an advanced version of your own platform. Should be available on every fucking platform. Like, it's the same game.
I
If I'm
agree.
if I am able to play Ocarina on the Switch and the Wii U, there is no fucking reason why I shouldn't be able to keep my damn save, because it's still your platform.
Yeah, and you're talking about Breath of the Wild, the new one, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. But I use Ocarina because that's what the original conversation was.
Yeah, I know, but like even I would almost forgive an old ass game, but the new one, especially something that was released cross gen to like get people over, that should have been a thing. But it's also
no. I think it's the opposite. It's the exact opposite. I would expect it from an old game, because in order for that old game to play on the console that you're playing it on, it required emulation in the first fucking place. So that emulation should be able to carry over to the new system, and I should be able to keep my fucking save.
I mean, I agree with you, but I didn't expect anything from Nintendo.
I mean, no one expects anything from Nintendo. They just kind of do whatever the fuck they want to, and people who love Nintendo will always do the Nintendo thing. Like
And they
like,
got
"All right."
me. I'm a dumbass. I bought a Switch and I don't use it.
Because I actually really hate being the guy that's like, oh, we're on PC this or on PC that. But it's like, it always comes up, and I'm like, always like, because I'll forget about something that I'm like, oh, I just put my save. I say, oh yeah, I can't move saves like that, even though I have a save on like a thumb drive. You know, I could save a save on like an actual CD, but on the console you can't move it to the save. It's ridiculous, man. Proprietary shit. Where
How about
like,
you buy a game on a console? You buy another one of those exact consoles, and you can't use that game on it.
I don't know, man.
Sounds like a PlayStation problem to me.
No, that was a Nintendo thing. It was linked to the console
Oh yeah, I forgot.
before
I forgot.
the Switch, and even in
Yeah.
the beginning for the Switch.
Yeah, that's why Rojas said that he would never buy another digital thing, even though it seems like you're getting codes of CD keys and stuff from Nintendo now. But he's like, never again am I going to buy another digital thing from Nintendo. In the fact that he had a lot of money in like the the console emulated thing or whatever on the Wii U or whatever, and nope, that's all gone. Can't fucking download it. Can't do nothing with it. It's just like money thrown at the fucking wall.
Yeah, but like
people were having issues with the Switch dying. They send it in. They send them a replacement, and you can't recover your save. I mean, I think they've fixed that now, but you got to subscribe to the Nintendo Online to have cloud saves.
Yeah. See, this is just why I don't use my Switch. I just don't. I bought my Switch not because I cared about the Nintendo stuff. I cared about the portability of it.
Yeah.
I wanted something portable, and work was really slow. So I had time to play stuff in between, and it just became so much of a hassle, especially when the shit fucking dies so fast. I had to keep my fucking in my bag that I take back and forth to work. I had to make sure that I keep my I gotta keep my original charger in that bag because the shit dies so fucking fast. And it's like, yo, bruh, I'm only playing Monopoly right now. Why is this shit dumping like this?
Yeah,
And then you have
I've got a external battery that I keep with it too.
Okay, no, I bought a case and everything, but I was like, I ain't buying nothing else for this thing because I'm not using it enough to.
Oh Christ! I
to
bought a
buy.
case, memory cards, all kinds of fucking Pro controller, an extra set of fucking. I bet I spent $600. Fucking Nintendo got me hard.
Yeah,
I don't even use it.
and the shit, and the thing about it is like Nintendo shit just doesn't fucking depreciate at all. It's like, yo, if you want to play, whatever Mario game was the first to come out for the Switch, that shit costs exactly the same as it did when it first came out for the Switch.
They're starting to have some sales though. Although Mario Kart
sales.
8, forget it. You ain't getting it on sale.
I bought a used. I caught when I bought my Switch. I was able to catch a used Mario Kart, but I got it from GameStop and it was like $5 cheap.
Hell,
And it was like,
I mean,
and that was it.
that is true for Nintendo, but there's something because Ubisoft is almost like that. Because I remember looking.
No,
How long has it
let me
been?
tell-
How long has it been since Far Cry 5 come out? Like it's been a minute, and I remember looking. Oh, they were wanting it for Xbox, and I was like, well, it's got to be like at least like not on sale $30. It was still 60. I was like, dude, it's been 3 years.
No.
What the hell?
Yo, I told you about fucking what was that game? Animal Crossing. When
Yeah.
the new Animal Crossing came out for the Switch, my daughter wanted the one for the Wii. The game came out the year she was fucking born. My daughter is 13 years old, and that game is still 38 fucking dollars. Why is this game that came out in 2008 still 38 fucking dollars? And that was the used one.
But for business model, they've got it going on, man.
Yeah.
They keep reselling you the same fucking games
Yep. That's
at
what I.
exorbitant prices. I mean, you can't
And it-
fault them for it. Business
Yep.
on the business end of it.
Because I mean, I'm so out of Nintendo. I didn't even know that the new Mario Kart wasn't even new. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know. 'Cause I mean, I haven't had a
Yeah, no.
Nintendo since the NES, so.
The new one is that the bullshit one where you put the little markers around your house.
Yeah. I consider that more of a gimmick, but like Mario Kart 8 or whatever, like the actual Mario Kart game, like that was on the Wii U as well. I was like, what is on the Switch that's only on the Switch? That's not like a port from the Wii U, because like half of the shit seemed like it
The
was.
Witcher 3, which is on all the other consoles.
I am
Which
not
I
playing no
hear,
damn Witcher on no Switch.
Which I hear the frame rate is so bad. At some points, that
Yeah.
shit is like a flip book.
Dude, I mean, I did not understand them putting that on there. I mean, for one,
No.
they
I didn't understand them putting Doom on the Switch.
well, they were so worried about
Oh,
like,
that must play like shit.
the kids and stuff, and they're putting the two most. One is the like one of the most visceral, violent games of all time, Doom, and then the other is it's like boobies and shit. I was like, and they're very high graphically games like Witcher 3. Still, you have to have a pretty beefy rig to like do it at ultra settings. You know what I mean? And it's like 5 years old at this point. But yeah, the that would be the only thing I would buy if I got a Switch. It would mostly be for things that I know that I could play as
Oh, the Pro
like
controller,
family
you
games.
gotta have it.
Yeah,
Because the Joy-Cons are fucking
I
garbage.
mean, I'll give the Joy-Cons to the kids and be like, "Daddy's using the fucking Pro controller because this is the controller for an adult." But yeah, because I was a little disappointed because I got Aiden a Switch Lite for Christmas, and he wanted Minecraft because he wants Minecraft on everything. But I was playing with him on the PC, and he was on the Switch, but his Switch would like lag and stuff. And then I read that Minecraft doesn't run that well on the Switch. I was like, it's Minecraft. I mean, I understand that like Minecraft looks better than Minecraft did in like 2009.
Oh, Minecraft has evolved so much though.
But still, man, it's still Minecraft. It should run better than it does on the Switch.
I mean, if it was original Minecraft, yes, but current Minecraft, no. It's a system resource hog now. Come on, Microsoft is involved. What do you expect? I couldn't imagine trying to play Doom on a Switch, though.
Yes, it just seems like a terrible idea. That seems like you know what Doom on the Switch is. It's like being married to a Kardashian. Like you know that this is a terrible fucking idea, but you can't help yourself, and so you do it anyway, and then go, "Oh, this was a really, really bad idea."
Well, after I spent all that money on buying the Switch, I realized, yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was I thinking? I caved.
Yeah, I bought it, but I bought it with some bonus money that I got that year, so I didn't really spend like my own money. I got a bonus. Work was slow. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I think portable is just kind of dead at this point because the people that are really into portable are just playing games on their phone, and the people that are playing real games, like a portable device is not going to a game that's going to like hold our attention. You know what I mean?
Don't speak so soon, because there's word that Steam is working on a portable device similar to a Switch, but for
Let me
PC.
tell you something.
Yeah, but did you see how they did
PlayStation when they put out the Vita? If they had made the buttons and sticks and everything match the DualShock, that would have done well. But it didn't map to the Vita, so it was a terrible experience to play. I think if they did it again and matched the DualSense controllers or whatnot, they'd have something.
I think the Vita was always a really good idea. It's just like they just had to ruin the Vita with their proprietary nonsense.
Yeah.
Like proprietary formats, proprietary memory cards, even though I think in later revisions they kind of changed that a bit.
Well, the memory cards was similar to what happened with the Switch. You had to have, level 3 or whatever, because it needed the speed. That's why they were so damn expensive. It wasn't technically a proprietary. Actually, no, it was on those because it was the same. It was the format, wasn't it?
It was the Sony cards.
Yeah,
Sony's.
That's right. Now I remember because I have one. So.
And then eventually they made it so that it was SD cards, but that was like a way down the line revision. And then holy fuck! Like when they came out after the fact with like the PSP Go, I was like, who the fuck is this for? Like, Sony has made some really questionable decisions, and people still rock with them like that. I don't understand. Because didn't the PSP Go came out after the Vita was out?
I don't think so.
Or am I mistaken?
I mean, you could be right, because I mean, there's been crazier things that happen, but I don't know. I mean, the Vita was good. It's just like anything else, shit not getting supported. You know what I mean?
I used to love being able to connect to my PlayStation, my PS4, and play using the Vita. But like I said, because it didn't match up to the DualShock 4, it was a miserable experience to play. At least that's what ruined the experience for me.
The DualShock in general was a great fucking idea. I remember the first time I got a DualShock and I played Ape Escape. That was like the greatest fucking thing ever at the time. Ape Escape was that shit.
Dude, the DualSense is pretty badass. I'm telling you, the new one for the 5.
I just don't have any interest in the 5. I don't know what it is.
Well, you're not a PlayStation person, right?
I mean, I have a PlayStation, but like, I'm not. What it is I'm not a solitary gamer. I don't play a whole bunch of games just kind of by myself. There's not a whole lot that I enjoy playing by myself. And like all of the games that I would play on my PlayStation are all solitary experiences, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good with that. My friends list is nothing close to my Xbox friends list on PlayStation. It's nothing close. I used to constantly max out my 360 friends list because once I became a podcaster, I kept having to take people off in order for people to add new people.
Oh yeah,
because I maxed out that 100 friends like super fucking fast. So like I always have somebody to play a game with. Like even like I'm almost every time I turn on my Xbox, there's at least 20 fucking friends online. I don't have that on PlayStation at all. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do, Chase? Because you still got over an hour if you want to try to match up with Sam.
Think Mike's coming back?
Nah, he's getting warm pie.
Yeah, he's getting pie. I ain't trying to interrupt that man pie. His pie time is his pie time.
Cool, man.
You don't mess with a man's warm pie.
Nope. That is nothing you should get in between. Don't get between that man and his pie.
No, the warmer the better.
Warm.
Warm pie.
Huh. Crossplay is unabatable for campaign stuff. But crossplay is fully available in Firefight, Forge, and multiplayer modes.
That's weird.
Yeah, the competitive shit you can play together, the non-competitive you can't.
That's kind of backwards.
That's backwards. That's super backwards. But I guess I have the opportunity to play with a mouse and keyboard on my Xbox now, so I guess there isn't if I wanted to play with a mouse and keyboard now, there is no competitive advantage anymore. They gave me the option, you know?
Yeah.
I think that was a big problem with the consoles. Even like there were some PlayStation 3 games that you could play with a mouse and keyboard, and they never actually said anything about it. Like when I played the Unreal Tournament game when I first got a PS3. I played Unreal Tournament with a mouse and keyboard on my PS3, and I was just like, "You do know you can do this, right?" And everybody was like, "No."
Well, did it kick you?
No, it said that I'm now the party leader.
That might have been it kicking you.
Yeah.
Huh.
Cake party leader?
No, Chase was, and then all of a sudden it just popped up and said that I was now.
But it must have kicked you when I tried to go into a campaign thing.
It's quite possible.
Well, you want to do a little bit of ODST firefight?
I mean, if you want to. I don't think we're gonna last very long. Sam just sent me a text and said, "Y'all still playing?"
Yeah. Be fucked up if you're like, no, we're just now getting off, but man, there was like 16 people with full lobbies. Dude, this is the best fun I've had in like since like 2008. This is awesome. Wish you could have been here later.
Have you ever known me to be a liar?
No.
Exactly. I ain't about to lie. I ain't got no reason to lie about that.
It's still a good time, I think.
I sent him a text message saying that we just sitting here just chatting, and that you were really trying to wait for him. All right. So you said we're just gonna play some firefight.
Yeah. I haven't played the ODST one in a while.
Oh yeah, man. Hold on, wait. Don't start nothing.
Okay.
I gotta customize my character, though. I can't be out here looking busted.
It didn't have much that I could even customize with. The rookie colors. I'll give it some seafoam.
Let's see. Shit, I ain't got nothing unlocked in this game. That sucks. Alright, I guess I'll just change my colors.
Oh man, that's ugly. How do you unlock that shit? Just completing the game, or?
I have no fucking idea.
Alright, guys, I'm headed to bed.
Alright, peace out, brother.
Later, man.
Alright, I guess we're doing this.
All right.